Hi children, good morning. So I hope that you have watched the video of plastic surgery of nose. I think you have understood what is plastic surgery and what they do. Okay children? Okay. Now we go for the next part of the lesson. See here. He led the stranger to a neat and clean room with surgical instruments on its wall. He washed his face with water and juice of medicinal plant. He then offered him a mug of wine and began preparing for the operation. Okay, where he led the stranger children to a neat, clean room. Now we call it as operation theater. Okay, children, it is nothing but operation theater. How was the room here? Neat and clean. Okay, and with surgical instruments on its wall. With surgical instruments means in those days only he invented surgical instruments. Okay, then he washed his face with water and the juice of medicinal plant. So at present now also we use saline solution to clean wounds. Okay children, the generally the sterile water we use. The saline solution is the most commonly used to clean. Okay, right. And next, then he offered him a mug of wine. So mug of wine which make him semi-consciousness or unconsciousness. Okay, now we give anesthesia. Now if you want to go for any operation, the doctors will give anesthesia. Anesthesia makes a person unconsciousness or the temporary loss of sensation and also relief from or prevention of pain. Okay, so anesthesia makes a person unconsciousness. Okay children, so for some time we can forget the pain so that we can cooperate the doctor. So in those days he had given a mug of wine. Okay, and then so when he was in unconsciousness then he started operating. Okay children, and then he see here with a large leaf of creeper brought from the garden, he measured the size of the stranger's nose. Taking a knife and forceps from the wall, he held them over a flame and cut a strip of flesh from the stranger's cheek. The man moaned, but the wine had numbed his senses. Okay, children, so he went into the garden and he brought a large leaf of creeper. Okay, we can say that the creeper has the medicinal values, so that he went there and he brought it. Now we are using so many materials. Okay, he took that creeper's leaf and then he started measure the size of stranger's nose. So accordingly he cut that one. Okay, and taking a knife and forceps from the wall, he held them over the flame. Okay, he took a knife and then forceps. Right, when we boil them or when we heat them up, so no bacteria will be there, right? So that he held them over a flame and then slowly a strip of flesh from the stranger's cheek and then he started cutting a strip a strip of flesh from his stranger's cheek only. Okay, the man moaned. Moan means what, children? Make a long, low sound expressing pain. So, see, children, when you fell down, so how you cry, right? With pain, you cry. Okay, that is called moaned. So, in a low sound. So, he just expressed his pain. Okay, but the wine had numbed his senses. Numbed means what, children? Become weaker. The pain is less. Deprive of feeling or responsiveness. Okay, because of has he had given a mug of wine to him. Okay, so that all his senses were numbed. Okay, and then what he did see here, he cut his a strip of flesh from stranger's cheek. Okay, and see here what he had done with this one, we see in the next paragraph. After bandaging the cut in the cheek, Susrutha cautiously inserted two pipes into stranger's nostrils and transplanted the flesh to the disfigured nose, molding the flesh into a shape. He dusted the nose with powdered licorice, red sandalwood, and an extract of Indian barberry. He then enveloped the nose in cotton, sprinkled some refined oil of sesame on it, and finally put a bandage. Okay, so after bandaging the cut in the cheek, so he cut the cheek, and then what did he do? Susrutha cautiously inserted two pipes. Inserted means placed or push or fit. Okay, children. So he had put two pipes into nostrils. Okay, so nostrils means what, children? Either of two external opening of nasal cavity which admit air to the lungs. Okay, those are the nostrils. Okay, and then transplanted. Transplanted means what, children? Implanted into another part of the body. Okay, so he kept other part into his nostrils. Okay, then he did that one, transplanted the flesh to the disfigured nose. So where he cut the flesh, children? On his cheek, on the stranger's cheek. So he took the flesh and added to the disfigured nose to get a figure of nose. Okay, and then what did he do? He molded the flesh into the shape of nose. Okay, because of his nose was disfigured, so make it figure, he shaped with the flesh of stranger's cheeks flesh. Okay, and then he dusted the nose with the powder licorice. So licorice also having so many medicinal values, and it is recommended to treat the respiratory problems. Okay, so that he used that powder, and then red sandal wood. So here the red sandalwood is also used to as an antibiotic. Okay, as an antibiotic we can use it. So he used that one, and then the an extract of Indian barberry. So Indian barberry also used to treat diarrhea and reduce fever, like this, etc. Okay, he used them, and then he enveloped the nose in a cotton. So slowly he bandaged, enveloped means very neatly he bandaged the nose in cotton, and then he sprinkled some refined oil of sesame. So sesame oil is also rich in omega 6 fatty acids and antioxidants also, children. Mainly they work on neutralize damage done to the body. Okay, here his nose was damaged, right? So neutralize that damaged part he used mostly within the bloodstream. Damage causes by viruses or aging. So in these cases we use. Okay, so that he sprinkle the oil of refined, sprinkle the oil of sesame oil. Okay, and finally put the bandage. Okay, children. So at present, what we do, the same things he had done, but he has used only the herbal products. Okay, the natural products. Okay, so these are the things. And next, before the traveler left, he was given instructions on what to do and what not to do, and a list of medicines and herbs he was to take regularly. He was also asked to come back after a few weeks to be examined. So, before the traveler left, so his treatment completed, most probably 2 or 3 days he might be stayed there, and then when he was about to leave, and he had given that the list of medicines, okay, and he was to take regularly all of them. Okay, so nothing but the medical description. Now what the doctors are giving to the patients in the same way he had given the medicines, but those are all herbs only. Okay, and after that he was asked to come back after few weeks to be examined. So he has to come after few weeks, he has to come back for checkup. Okay, children, well planned, well organized, right? Well equipped, no doubt, right? So, all this plastic surgery had done in when, children, in 16th, sorry, in 6th century BC, not now, children, in 6th century BC. So, who had done this surgery, children? Susrutha. Okay, so that we call him Susrutha, the father of plastic surgery. Okay, Susrutha was a physician, right? And um, we have given the title that is the father of plastic surgery. Okay, children, and in the next class we see what he had done, which are the books he had written, and all his greatness we'll see in the next class about him. Okay, children? Okay.